my dad, aka the judge. Today we're going to give you a quick introduction and overview of the Bass Hunter 120. Now there are three versions. There's the baby bass, there is the EX, and then there's this one, the 120. Now this is their largest version. 120 is 120 inches long. It's 54 inches wide and 18 inches tall. Now what's unique about this one is, from what I can tell, I've fished out of a lot of 10-foot plastic boats, and this one is the only one-piece construction boat that's on the market. All the rest are two pieces. You got a top bottom with some foam in between, and they melt it together or tack it together, and it's just, you can tell when you get in this boat the quality is significantly different. Now it is a little bit heavier. All the rest of the boats come in, I think, around like the Pelicans, like 145. I think Bass Pros is 150, 155. This one does come in at, I think, 165, 166 pounds, something along those lines. It does handle 550 pounds, so it's no different than the other boats. But I will say, I think it handles a lot more weight a lot better, because both me and my dad fish out of this boat all the time, and it's significantly more stable. I think because the floor is a much sturdier construction, it's just really solid, and it doesn't have any flex or give. You get into the Pelicans, instantly you feel that give when you go to stand up and fish. And then over time, my actual Bass Pro boat eventually cracked where I stood and fished all of the time and put a lot of pressure. This one, I honestly would be highly surprised if after 10 years of fishing out of this, anything ever decided to bow or crack in the floor. This thing is built like a tank. Another feature that really caused me to go towards this boat, one thing I extremely dislike about the Pelicans, is that the sidewalls, we have lost fishing poles over those sidewalls because they're just so narrow, so thin. Any movement, any sway in the boat, and if you've got your rod laying on the side, it's going to go overboard. Here, that's not an issue at all. You have about 4 or 5 inches to the first shelf, and then even further 4 or 5 inches down to where my feet are. And it's just a nice platform. I have full confidence that I'm not going to lose anything out of the boat. You can set objects. I've got my tablet, this box, my drink, all kinds of things, and I've got full confidence that they're not going to accidentally get rocked out of the boat. It does have molded drink holders and little molded square areas, like maybe to keep hooks or certain packages for lures. I don't really use the drink holders, but they are there for anybody who wants to use those. Now I think what adds to the weight of this boat is not only the really tough plastic exterior, but the inside is also foam lined. So there's a spray foam, it looks like, on the inside of this boat, and that's definitely, you can definitely tell when you... For some reason, the video and audio decided to just up and stop on my GoPro, but I was going into detail about how stable the boat was, and this video that I took a few months back is a great demonstration of how stable it is, even when both mine and my dad's full body weight is concentrated on one side of the boat. The boat is still completely stable, no fear of it tipping over whatsoever, and it allowed us to focus on getting this fish that was giving my dad quite a fight, and being able to just concentrate on that and not worry about keeping the boat stable or one of us accidentally falling out because it was going to tip too much or anything. Now you can see here, it never goes over the lip, that side lip of the boat, and we landed the fish successfully. This was a 5.5 pounder. and I guess I'll go back to me on the boat. Also, if you go to the Bass Hunter website, they have an incredible number of accessories for all of their boats. For example, this here is an aftermarket boat piece to mount the Millennium chairs to. They sell the Millenniums, and they also sell this frame. What I like about the frame is that its square shape allows you to fit more up under the seat. If you notice, we both have our tackle boxes, our plastics. It just, once again, maximizing the space in this boat. They've got boat covers. They have wheels that you can attach to the back of your boat to help you wheel it about if you have to move it through the wood line or some sort of distance to get to the water. I tell you what, all the imperative accessories that you would need to really maximize your fishing experience out of this boat, they sell it. And I think they're probably going to continue to come out with more and more products. They've got brackets to put on the side so that you can mount your depth finders. You can, you name it, they have it. They've got an oar that you can stick in the water in the back. Although the lining on the bottom of this boat is very impressive with how straight it helps to keep this boat. Other boats, you'll be going along and the back end will just randomly swing around on you. Even if you're just full-fledged on 5 moving through the water, the back end for some reason will come out from under you and around to the side because the bottom is so smooth. Well, with this, it's got lines down each pontoon and down the middle, and that really helps the boat keep its direction whenever you're moving along through the water. Greatly appreciate that part of the design, and it really does make a difference with you're trying to keep you and the co-angler lined up parallel to the bank and to make sure that you're optimizing your fishing. Once again, my GoPro decided to not record anymore, but I was continuing to mention features that I really like. For example, the dry storage cups that are built directly into this boat. This is an awesome feature if you don't carry anything with you that can keep your cell phone and keys dry. You can dump them in there and know that they're going to be good for the whole trip. Also, these built-in handles are actually part of the construction of the boat, and that is a phenomenal thing to have. Before you go, I want to quickly show you just how easy it is to load up the truck with just one person. Now I have a 5.5 foot bed, lay the tailgate down, plenty of room. There's a couple of feet, about 1.5 foot of overhang, but this is how I've always carried my boats around, and with the handles integrated into the design of the boat, it actually makes it a ton easier when tying it down. It's as easy as that. I'm not sponsored, nor is this an advertisement paid for by Bass Hunter. This is simply just an overview because I really appreciate the design and like this boat. Well, once again, like, subscribe, share if that's your thing, and get out there and fish on.